Hi, welcome everyone. Let's see, we have ISL from Turkey, Christina from Germany, Andrew from Canada, Carl from South Wales, UK. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. We're already so international. We have, let's see, Terry from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Emmy from the UK, Nan from Venice down the street. Hi. Hi. Welcome. Oh, it is just so lovely to be here with all of you guys today. I forget how powerful in weeks to weeks when I'm not leading this, just how incredible it is to gather with so many of you from across the world with this one sole purpose of connecting to ourselves in community and connecting to each other. And it really is just, it's powerful. And in this really insane time, it's even more powerful. So people are starting to join us. And, as I was thinking about what I wanted to share today, I think two things came to mind. One is, that for those of you that are Jewish, tonight begins Yom Kippur. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it is the holiest day of the Jewish religion. And it is a culmination of Rosh Hashanah, which was 10 days ago, which is the Jewish New Year. And then those 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are what's called the 10 days of atonement, where you take stock of your life. You reflect on how you have acted, how you have shown up in this world, and you seek forgiveness from others. You seek forgiveness from yourself. And then when Yom Kippur comes, you fast for 24 hours. And there's this idea that then the book is sealed and we begin again. And we need these traditions, whatever our traditions are. And this just happens to be a Jewish tradition, and we all have different religions we may practice or different traditions that we've created in our families. But these traditions ground us. They keep us connected to this moment in time. And right now, I don't know about you, but I know for me, it's been incredibly overwhelming. There has been so much swirling, not only in the external world and certainly in the United States in the political environment, and with COVID, with our kids still being distance learning, and then our own personal struggles. We recently lost our two beloved elderly kitties that have been with Elisha and I for nearly our entire relationship. I've been helping to take care of an elderly neighbor and her daughter. There's just so much going on. And I have found so much solace in these traditions, in these ways of staying grounded in the familiar, in really finding ways that help me stay connected to the here and now and to myself. Because one of the things that I am finding, and particularly, as I'm sitting with my clients and patients and with my friends and with myself, is when we are in the midst of this chaos, which is really what we're all living in right now, is chaos. There's no question about it. One of the things that creates even more chaos is the contagion, the emotional contagion. And we all like to blame the media, and that certainly plays its role in it. There's no question. But it's also amongst each other. Every time Elisha or I say, oh, did you hear this article? Or we send it to each other, or there's this big headline, and then that emotional contagion. And of course, it works both ways with happy things too. We tend to focus more on the negative things, the things that we feel helpless about, feel overwhelmed about. And that's also the pieces that tend to travel faster and become more intense. And so I don't know about you, but even just talking about this, I'm feeling my own sense of overwhelm and intensity as I just even mention all the things that are going on. And so I really want this practice today to be one where we gather ourselves, we deeply connect and ground in our bodies in this moment, and our collective hearts that are gathering here today. Because so much of what I'm witnessing also is us giving up our own power. That every time we get lost and overwhelmed, we've given up our own sense of empowerment, that what we can do, how we can show up. And that is what I really want to focus on today, is how we can decide to show up in each moment, whether that means being an activist or just making a beautiful meal for yourself, whether it's helping a neighbor, whether it's texting and making phone call banking so that people are registered to vote. Whatever it is that you're feeling called to do, that you do it in a place that is grounded and connected and heart-centered, and not from that swirled up, overwhelmed, anxious place, because that in the end doesn't serve any of us. And so as we now shift into our meditation space, I'm going to begin and end with this same poem. And a dear friend and colleague shared this recently on her social media, and it just really touched me. So a shout out to my dear friend Christiana Wolf for sharing this poem. But it is called Clearing by Martha Postlewaite. Do not try to save the whole world or do anything grandiose. Instead, create a clearing in the dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is your life falls into your own cupped hands and you recognize and greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to this world so worth of rescue. And so, on that note, finding your meditation posture, gathering your energy that has been focused outward, and begin to bring it inward. And we will begin by taking a few long, slow, deep breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. And see if you're even taking these deep breaths a little mindlessly. And bring your attention even deeper as you focus on the inhalation entering the nostrils, traveling through the esophagus, filling the lungs, and all the way into the belly. And that place of fullness. And see if you can sip in even just a little more breath. And then exhaling, releasing the breath through the belly and back through the lungs and the esophagus and out through the nostrils or the mouth, whatever feels most needed in this moment. And taking a few more breaths just like that on your own pace. Noticing if your mind wanders. And come back to the felt sense of the breath in the body in this moment. And now letting your breath find its natural rhythm. In its infinite wisdom, the body knows how to breathe itself. And shifting your awareness now to this precious body of yours. Sensing into all the places where it's making contact with the cushion or floor, or chair, or couch, or bed. Noticing what feels pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. Really inhabiting yourself from the inside out. And moving attention now to the top of the head. Traveling down from the scalp and all the muscles of the face. Begin to soften each micro muscle, releasing any holding. Noticing the subtle shifts when you release the furrowed brow. Let the ears drop. Let the jaw be slightly open. Softening the muscles in the neck and the throat. Holding the weight of the head with more ease. Imagine a warm blanket being placed on your shoulders and gently melting away tension and tightness. And noticing if this feels difficult for you at all, or if your mind is wandering. It's okay. It's just what our minds do. Just gently bring it back to the body. Your beautiful, precious body that is often carrying so much tension and tightness. And see if you can allow this body to receive this gift of softening and grounding and attuning. As we now invite the arms and hands to just release and rest comfortably. These arms and hands that do so much for us on a daily basis. Allowing them in this moment to just rest and be. And shifting attention to the chest and the upper back. Feeling that same warm towel or blanket melt away any constriction in the chest and upper back. Letting each muscle gently soften and release, even if it's just ever so slightly. Allow the belly to uncoil and the lower back to release its holding. And again, we're not striving for perfection, just a gentle softening, even the invitation to soften. Meeting ourselves and our body exactly where we are, with love and compassion, with support. Letting the hips and buttocks expand. Noticing if one side perhaps feels different from the other. And just letting that be. And shifting down through the legs into the feet. And just release. Release any holding. Any tension. And now being with your entire precious body. Softening your whole being. From flesh to energy body to your heart and your soul. Softening, opening, expanding. And now seeing if there's a place or places in your body that could use a gentle, loving touch. Sometimes it's the heart or the belly. Sometimes it's cupping our face or giving ourselves a hug. Sometimes it's holding our hands or our feet or placing our hands on our thighs. Tapping into your own inner wisdom and allowing yourself to receive the loving touch that you need in this moment. And as you allow yourself to receive this loving touch, this support, this kindness, feel into your whole self. Your sense of groundedness, of wholeness, and of resiliency. And for the last few minutes, tapping once again into that inner wisdom, seeing if there's something you need to hear right now. Perhaps it's that it's okay. You're okay. It's gonna be okay. Whatever it is, trusting your own inner knowing and opening your heart to receive that which you need to hear. And we will begin to bring this practice to a close as we began it with this beautiful poem and invitation to each of ourselves. Clearing by Martha Postlethwaite. Do not try to save the whole world or do anything grandiose. Instead, create a clearing in the dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is your life falls into your own cupped hands and you recognize and greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to this world so worth of rescue. And so let those words wash over you. Let this practice be carried with you as you move through your day and week and month. And come back to yourself again and again. Ground, connect, find love and compassion. And I would love to hear what keeps you grounded in these overwhelming times. And as always, thank you so much for joining us. And if you haven't already, join the Mindful Living Collective. There's some incredible programs going on over there. There's a actual professional mindfulness teacher training program that's going to be starting. There's also some other really incredible programs. And as always, we are here for these free Sunday morning here in Los Angeles at least, sits. And it is truly my pleasure to be with each of you. So thank you all. Thank you, Jamie, Wanda. I'm so glad you love the poem. Joanne, Gary, Jeanette, Gwen, always so lovely to be with you. Christina, Frank, my pleasure. I wish you all a very beautiful and blessed day.